one here yet, so let's just adjust. I wanted to get the view of the island in the background, so bear with. That'll do. Someone's just started up some sort of power tool. So I will start the video, because it's not a video, it's a live stream, even though there's no one here just yet. But I'm going to start it so it's watchable back. So I'm actually going to talk about my fragrances that I bought here to Malia in Crete, and I've got them all here in a bag. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope the sound is all right. Hey Francis, lovely to see you. Can you hear me okay? There's a bit of work going on behind me, so probably didn't pick the best spot. So I'm going to talk about the fragrance I'm wearing right now. If you're watching, say hi, send me an emoji, send me an eggplant or something delicious. The fragrance I'm wearing today, right now, is, I love these. These are brilliant. They're the Teone Reinthal solid perfumes. These are so good on holiday. So I've got two here. I've got this one basically is Embers. It's called Santalum Skin Balm. It's like it's very much the same as Embers. Yeah, so it's very vanillic, woody, a little bit woody. Beautiful vanilla in it. And then the one I'm wearing now is Honey Amber, which is not as sweet as the perfume. I find it more on the florals, so a little bit green as well, and I guess slightly indolic. Yeah, Francis, the point of the these on holiday is there's so many good points, because A, you can carry it around, you can drop it, it's not glass, it's small, but you can apply it as often as you want and it's not going to like overwhelm. Like if you spray a perfume, if you wanted to reapply it because the sun will kill your perfume, then everyone around you is going to smell it quite strongly, whereas you just apply that and it's not too loud, shall we say, like the workman behind me. So yeah, so they're two of the perfumes that I bought with me, and I'm wearing the Honey Amber now. I started the day off with, where are we? Can't find it. Must be here somewhere. No, can't find it. Oh no, there it is. Right, so I started today off with, let's put the used ones. Let's put the ones I've spoken about over here. Right. I started the day off with this one here. It's Jasmine Bonheur from Guerlain, and it was really pretty. I do like this one. It's a violet. It's violet jasmine and a little bit sweet. Hi Umida, good to see you. It's a little bit sweet, violety, quite fresh. It's got a nice freshness to it. It's probably some bergamot or something like that, and it's really pretty. And I went to the pool at the hotel, so I didn't go far, and I just sprayed it up here because you don't want to be spraying alcohol perfume on skin that's going to be in the sun. So I just had it up around here just so I can catch little whiffs of it. But it's kind of gone off quite quickly, which is what happens when you're in the sun. So, but I really like that Jasmine Bonheur. I probably won't buy a bottle of that. They're pricey as hell, and I don't like it that much. So I like it quite a lot, but not quite enough to buy it. So that was Jasmine Bonheur. Do let me know what you're wearing, by the way. Francis says, hearing the waves crash is so therapeutic. It's lovely, isn't it? I go home tomorrow. Ooh, ooh. Right, let's talk about, I think I've worn this one a couple of times. I take it always on holiday with me. Thank you to Alicia who sent it to me. And it's a Paris Monte Carlo Ylang Ylang Nosy Bee, and it's the one, the extract version. And I've got the EDP at home. Absolutely love it. I've spoken about it so much I probably shouldn't speak about it too much. It is a very rich ylang and vanilla with a little bit of spiciness, very textured fragrance. It's thick, but it does feel heady and exotic for a holiday. But it's not exactly a suntan smell because there's no coconut, but it does give you like that sort of vibes, you know. Exotic floral vanilla, a bit like those mono oils, but not quite the same. So yeah, Paris Monte Carlo, Ylang Ylang Nosy Bee, and this is the extract. I love both the extract and the eau de parfum. Probably the same. I might just lean towards the EDP, but there's minimal difference. So Umida says, how was your vacation? It's been absolutely amazing. It's so much fun. I mean, well, I haven't done a lot. I might have drunk too much. But yeah, it's just been very relaxing, and then a lot of fun. There's really, really fun people at my hotel, so people that stay in there and also the staff. Just amazing. Just really relaxed, really good fun. And yeah, I'm just sad to be going home tomorrow. But let's not dwell on that. JC Russell is here. He says, good morning, how are you doing today? Really good, thank you, JC. How are you? Let me know your scent of the day, people. Let's talk about the next fragrance. Another Guerlain, then we'll stick with Guerlain. No, we weren't talking about Guerlain. Another Guerlain, anyway, in this travel spray here is a Mai, now discontinued, I believe. Is, what's it called? I've forgotten what it's called. Mon Precious Nectar. Really gorgeous orange blossom. I'm so glad I bought this one because I think there's got a couple here with orange blossom, but I just think the orange blossom in here is so nice and so real too, because I managed to find an orange blossom, well, I found some orange blossoms and I picked one of the flowers and took it back to my room. It's all like decomposed now, but it still smells amazing. And I do think that the orange blossom in here is quite reminiscent of real orange blossom, but this also has some almond, which makes it lovely and sweet and a little bit rich, and there's some vanilla. It's a bit fresh again. There's probably some of those citrus notes. Fairly long lasting on my skin. Really quite long lasting. Not bad projection as well. But some people say it's weak or it's a skin scent. I don't get that at all. But sadly, it's discontinued. But it's really, really pretty. Like, super pretty. So I've worn this one a couple of times. I might have just worn it on my wrists, not as my main fragrance. So maybe I'll wear this tonight as my proper fragrance. One day I wore this one here, Madeleine, which is sort of chocolatey. I guess is this orange blossom? I think this one's orange blossom as well. Sort of orange blossom, chocolatey, coffee-like, vanilla, powdery, really unusual scent. A little bit sweet, but maybe not as sweet as you might expect. Like, there's a fresh cream note in here as well, from memory. JC says he's great. Umida is wearing Reef 42. I haven't heard of that one. Hi Tina, thank you for the emoji. Yeah, so Madeline wore that one day, just the one day. This is a travel spray I've had for a very long time. I don't wear it that often. I do really like it, but not quite enough to want to buy the full bottle. One that I've worn once, one day, it was a daytime one. Again, this is Oriana from Parfums de Mali. Another orange blossom. I think there's rose and there's some sort of fruity note. Is there like, I'm asking you, is there like raspberry or something? Yeah, so it feels like there's a pink fruit in there. It's a little bit like Love Don't Be Shy, but it's not as rich on the orange blossom. and it's a little bit more interesting. Like there's a bit more journey to the fragrance. It doesn't just stay the same all the way through. Very vanillic, powdery again. Pretty, super pretty. Doesn't light my fire. It's so pretty, but it doesn't rock my world, you know. I was in love with it. I did have the full bottle, and then I just kind of like wasn't reaching for it. So I made a decant and I sold the bottle, and that is Oriana. So, okay, I obviously brought with me my Hush Hush. We're running dangerously low, so Hush Hush. I want to spray some. I'm going to spray the Eau de Parfum here. Oh, it's so pretty. This is pretty, but it does rock my world as well. So Hush Hush is violet, iris, a little bit of rose. There's a little bit of orange blossom, I think, but I wouldn't say you necessarily pick up on that. It has this papery scent to it, which is the idea of these cigarette boxes. So we're not talking about tobacco or smoke or ashtrays or anything like that. But it is literally like the paper boxes of just some unsmoked cigarettes, a very light tobacco. There's some tobacco absolute in there, so it does have tobacco in it, but it's very, very subtly done. It's not a rich tobacco like a tobacco veneer or anything even remotely close to that. But just lovely violety, silk. I just think silk, suede, lace, pearls, textures, lots of textures, and they're all very feminine and soft and lovely. Umida says Reef 42 is Middle Eastern perfume, fresh with peach, rose and musk. Ah, sounds pretty, sounds nice. So yeah, I've got worn my Hush Hush a few times, and yeah, I really love that. Can't wait to get a full bottle of that one. So let's move on. Another one I've worn quite a lot is Nuit from Teone Reinthal. This is super sexy. I'm going to spray it. Excuse me. I seem to have caught a cold in. Well, it's not a real cold. It's not a proper cold because I'm not snotting. I'm not sneezing. What else do you do with a cold? The only thing I'm doing is coughing. And it's not really bad, luckily. It's just like there's this, you can feel that you want to cough at it. You can kind of ignore it and not cough for a while. Eventually you just give into it, cough. But I mean, that's the only problem. So Nuit, worn this a couple of times. I think, did I wear this last night? I think I did. I think I had it on my arms. I think I had Nuit on my arms and the Paris Monte Carlo up here. I believe. The things are getting a bit hazy around here with my memory. Don't know why. So yeah, Nuit is a magnolia and incense perfume. It is kind of sexy in a dirty way. I do think it's indolic, so that means the some white flowers smell a bit poopy sometimes, and I do think that there is some of that in Nuit. Teone said it comes from the white lotus, so it's quite a sort of like a thick naughtiness, like maybe sniffing someone's underwear after they've been wearing it all day. But of course none of us would do that. There's a little smokiness, it's definitely resinous, and it's nothing like all of these others I've talked about, like the stuff like the gourmands. It's not innocent. I guess a lot of those are innocent, pretty, clean, and it's not that innocent. Not that innocent. It's not that innocent. It's definitely not innocent. I'm almost slightly leathery. but not heavy leather, just a slight leveriness to it. And I really love it. It's so exotic. It does take me to those incense shops that I often hark on about that I loved. It's just, yeah, it's a nice, exotic, sort of mystical, magical kind of perfume. And I absolutely love it. So when that's gone, that is a full bottle for me. So I'm not really buying perfume at the moment. I think I've bought 2 bottles of perfume this year. So, you know, it's hard for me to, I don't know, it's weird. I just haven't been that into buying perfume or sort of purchasing it or anything. So I've kind of taken a slow, I mean, I obviously still love it, wear it all the time, but I feel a bit overwhelmed with what I've got, and so I'm not really buying it. But I will, when that travel size is gone, I will get a full bottle of Nuit. I absolutely love it. And excuse me, yeah, it's just lovely. It's got a powder. There's another one that's got a bit of powderiness to it, which I think is like, I think of like ground up resins and incense, you know, that sort of thing. So we are getting through these quite quickly, which is good. Let's move on to one that I have worn quite a lot this holiday. I bloody love it. Unspoken Musk, and by Francesca Bianchi. Bloody cough. Unspoken Musk. This has been, oftentimes this is my nighttime perfume, more often than not. I might have worn it once during the day, but mostly it's my nighttime one. And it's, what is it? It's Immortelle. Obviously lots of musks. There's iris. There's a fruitiness and a honey-like nuance to it, which I think comes from the Immortelle. When it dries down, it is mostly vanilla and musk and iris. But I say this all the time, it never gets boring. It lasts forever. And even though the dry down is fairly linear, I just never ever tire of it. I find it so addictive. It's not one that everyone's going to like, because when you first spray it, you do get these animalic notes, castoreum and civet. And I've had friends have sniffed it and said it smells like piss or smells like grandma's, or you know, but then gone on to wear it and enjoy it. So it's just a difficult opening for some people, I think, because it's animalic. But for me, I don't think I'd wear it. I wouldn't wear it on a first date, I don't think. Or if I did, I'd spray it an hour before I went out, and that way it would have burnt through any of the animalic nuances. It retains a tiny hint of animalic about it, but mostly it's just really gorgeous irisy vanilla musk, really. So yeah, absolutely love it, and I can't wait to get the oil when Francesca makes it, and then I could literally drown in it. Drown in it or bathe in it? Probably rather bathe in it. I think my foot is dying because I'm sitting at a funny angle. Oh yeah, foot's gone dead. So, are we all still here? Anyone? Let me know if you're still here. What's Amida saying? You can swim far away and gurgle your throat with. Oh yeah, gurgle your throat with seawater. It's going to help you. I can't do that. I can't do that. My mum always tells me to do a saltwater gargle when I'm ill, and I just think I'd rather be ill. So so this is another pretty one. There's a lot of pretty ones here. This is Ormond James Babylonia, and I've worn this one a couple of times. It's a super pretty sort of another violet irisy, but this one has, I don't even know, what flowers are they? It's definitely floral. It's not rose, I don't think. It's a little soapy, so it might be something like an orange. It might be another orange blossom. It's a little bit soapy, white floral, but violet, iris, a little bit fruity. It's fresh. I'd say there's definitely some citruses going on in here. It's very pretty, but again, it doesn't rock my world, but I do really like it. It's a perfect sort of daytime fragrance to smell clean, fresh, and pretty. I feel pretty. I feel pretty. So yeah, that's Babylonia. Yeah. Is that my favourite Ormond Jane? No, Levant. My favourite is Levant by a lot. Yeah, absolutely love Levant. It's the muskiness, I think, that I love about it. So if you like the Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, but I find a lot of the Narciso's a bit too floral, or maybe the floral's not quite to my taste. There's a little more like lily type floral that I find a bit overwhelming. But if you like Narciso fragrances and you want something that's a different take on the floral, what is the floral in Levant? I think there's a touch of rose in there, but there's some others. It's like freesia or something like that. So it smells a little bit like white florals. White florals, musk, vanilla, basically, but really pretty, really long lasting, amazingly long lasting. And it's, I would say, one of those fragrances to make you feel elevated on a daily basis. So it's like a daily perfume for what, you could wear it at night for sure. It's the sort of fragrance I would pick for a date, but I'd also pick it for a job interview. I'd pick it to pair with a clean white shirt. It's got that feel to it, airy, very approachable, warm. Anyway, I went on quite a while about that, didn't I? Oh, LB's in the house. Hello, lovely Queen Bee. Hope you're having a lovely time. I am. I really am. Thank you, Lizzie Bean. So, I've actually only got 3 left now. And then I'm going to bugger off because I need a wee. So, this is Clouds. This is the original Clouds, which was a collaboration that Sarah McCartney did with the group Oh My Soul. And Clouds was what they sort of came up with. Christy, who runs the group, and Sarah put their heads together and came up with Clouds, which is based on the Joni Mitchell song. And both sides, look at love from both sides. I don't. Anyway, you probably know what I mean. Clouds is, let's just spray it. Clouds is going on my hand. So Clouds is the version, because there was different versions. A bit of an experiment was done. Some of the formulations were had expensive naturals in them. This is the version that has expensive naturals. So it has real iris, real narcissus, real vanilla. And then they did a version where they took the most expensive ingredients and used the cheaper synthetics to see how different the effect would be. And I mean, I had what did I have, or I have at home? I have the cheaper one. So the one where the iris is synthetic, the vanilla synthetic, you know what I mean. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. You'd never go, oh, that smells chemically or anything like that. It's beautiful. It smells very natural still. But this one has all of the proper good stuff in it. So it's a treat. Yeah, it smells yellow and orange. It smells like, so I guess then probably it smells lemony and orangey. There's like a creamy, what would you call creamy, like, I think of a thick white body cream kind of feel to it. There's some vanilla, so that comes through later. It's lightly sweet, it's not that sweet. It's very sunshiny. It's called Clouds. I mostly get a lot of sunshine, but as it dries down, that obviously those citrusy, the notes that make it smell orangey and yellow and make you think of the sun, they burn off slowly, and then it sort of mellows out, and you've got those base notes. I can't remember what's in it now, but it's a sort of like sweet, powdery base, and there might even be a little bit of patchouli or something, but it's sort of like, so it slightly darkens up as you wear through it, which is quite interesting. Yeah, very nice, very, very nice. Clean. It definitely smells clean. Hey Dusan, good to see you. And Lizzie says, and yet there's not one cloud in the sky around you. It's a lovely one from 4160 Tuesday. Yes, it is. And Dusan says, Crete is beautiful. It is. I love it. I think I might have to move here. Just need to convince work to let me never go back to the office and just work from Crete. Working from home, working from Crete. Yes, I'd do that. I wouldn't get. I'd have trouble putting in the day's work though, because I just want to go and have fun and get out in the sun. But if I had a nice little house with a garden, I could work from the garden. I could take all my stuff out and work from the garden. Yeah, I could actually do it. I don't think work would let me do it though, and I don't think I could give up my job. So anyhow, that's what holidays do to you, don't they? So they just make you want to move there. Tiki Girl says, hi everyone, what fragrances are we talking about? We're talking about so I've just finished talking about clouds from 4160 Tuesdays, and I've only got 2 samples here now in my last 2, and I haven't even sprayed these. I know I've sprayed them before, but I haven't sprayed these on holiday. I've not worn them yet. That's what I'm trying to say in too many words. Dusan says, Centre de Hermes Belle Amie, the shaker bottle. And LB says, considering I hate travelling, you are making me crave Crete. Oh, you love the food though, for sure. Amazing food, and yeah, you should just, I know you don't really like the sun either, do you? Or you don't like too warm weather. It's not actually that hot here. It's a breeze and there's a chill. I mean, obviously I'm hot stuff baby, but I'm warm, but there's a breeze and I'm not sweating or anything. So it's not really mega hot, so it's a nice time to come. It gets a bit chilly at night though, so yeah, I'm wearing a lot of clothes at night time. Not very holiday, but still we've got to keep warm, don't like shivering. So 2 fragrances I've not worn yet, so let's just got perfume everywhere. Let's spray them. We've got Prendre Moi from Issa Bay. So I said don't spray perfume on your skin in the sun, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing it for you. Prendre Moi. I don't actually know much about this one. This was sent to me by Veronica. Not Veronica. Why did I say Veronica? By Valentina. My fragrance friend, who do sample swapping and exchange a lot of messages about everything and perfume, of course. To Prendre Moi, I think is it Lily? Oh, I don't know. It's a fresh floral. You can't see. Yeah, you can't see. If I was to say this swimming suit is quite low cut, and I'm worried about wardrobe malfunctions, but I think we're okay. You can't see anyway. It's just I mean, this is Greece. People sunbathe topless anyway, so it don't matter if my tits pop out. What's Lizzie saying? Ironically, it's actually really warm here in the UK this week. Hopefully it will stay warm for your return. That is so what's that? Sod's law in it. Dusan says the first European culture was from Crete, the Minoans. Yeah, this history is goes back a long way. Fascinating. Prendre Moi, what does it smell like? It smells fresh, so a bit citrusy, a light white floral. Is it a lily? It might be lily, magnolia, something like that, like a clean white floral, not a heady or exotic tropical floral. So nothing like a lot of the others I've spoken about today. This is, I guess it's a little bit green. Yeah, it's got a greenness to it, which I get from lily usually. I really can't remember, but it's nice. It's one of those, I'd call it a chaste perfume. So it's just my personal perception, but I always find lily a little bit aloof and cold. I don't know if it's lily or not, but that's what I'm getting. Excuse me. and something almost honey-like, a little something honey. It's a bit honeyed, but not heavy honey. It's not heavy honey. It's pretty. I don't know if it's not really me, but it's nice. But yeah, I just find fragrances like that a little bit cold. They're not sexy to me. Do you know what I mean? Like they're the opposite. I don't know. It's warming up. I'm sort of feeling like pollen on flowers, you know. And it's definitely sweet. Like not necessarily honey, but I'm thinking of a syrup, a sweet syrup, syrupy. It's a little syrupy sweet, you know. Maybe it's. I don't know if there's some heliotrope or something as well. So yeah, it's nice. I will give this a proper wearing. At some point I will. Maybe I will wear it tomorrow for my journey home. And the last fragrance is another Teone Reinthal. It's called The Board. It's not the tuberose one. Where should we spray next? Should we spray my knee? So, this doesn't look particularly good, does it? Let's go. Oh, there's something. That's annoying. I haven't done the back of this hand. Oh, dropped it. Now it's covered in sand. That's fine. I will survive. So the board, I can't remember anything except I know that it's a bit it's a tuberosy one. It's definitely fresh. It's what do we say? Feels like a little spicy. Feels like I don't know if there's a tiny bit of cinnamon or something in there. Definitely smell the tuberose, but it's not like really big, loud tuberose, you know, tits and arse tuberose. It's clean. It's well behaved tuberose. Tuberose is, you know, having a good day. She's still on the wagon, you know. Yeah, it definitely smells clean. It smells clean, so I guess almost slightly soapy. Not mega sweet, not that sweet. You obviously get the sweetness from the tuberose, but it doesn't feel like there's anything else adding sweetness. Definitely clean though. It's making me think like a little soapy. Still has an exotic feel to it though, as pretty much everything by Teone does. Always gives you a little bit of mysticism, but this is, you know, a million miles away from the Nuit one that I sprayed up here, which is very deep, dark. This is like that. Nuit literally means night, obviously. Literally this is night and day, like this is day, but it still does have sexiness to it. Because it's white floral, it feels sexy, but it feels, you can totally wear it at night, but it's bright and it feels daytime. Yeah, something really smooth in this, very smooth. Yeah, it's very smooth. So anyway, I think I'm bored now. And I'm sure you are if you're still watching. What does Dusan say? Oh, Umita, I love your emojis, thank you. Lizzie says your modesty is intact, don't worry, we can't see anything. Dusan says I would like to wear Malibu party in the bay during a walk on that beach. Or Virgin Island water. I would choose Virgin Island water out of those two because I didn't have a good time with Malibu. There's aroma chemicals in there that I really don't get on with. Does wonders for the projection and the longevity, but I'd rather have something weaker that didn't have that particular sort of dry, woody thing going on. Tiki Girl says, or Tales from Zanzibar. Hey Gabby, nice to see you, welcome to Crete. Or Philosophicus, I can never say that one. The fig one from Diptyque. Excuse me. Umida says, safe travels back home, Claire. Thank you, Umida. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will probably see you all again from fingers crossed, sunny England.